Hello everybody and welcome back to the Crafty Capricorn. Today I wanted to work in my moon time journal for you. It is my time of the month, and one of the things that I have been wanting to prioritize in my spiritual practice and in my art practice is incorporating actually journaling and capturing some of these like feminine experiences. You can implement like the red tent and actually using my menstrual blood in various ways in my spiritual practice to kind of go back to the earth, etc. So what I thought I would do today is just some simple collage, because it's definitely a low energy time for me right now, and I just thought that I would share with you my journal and start working in it on camera for you. So this journal I made out of all recycled materials, aside from like the puff paint that I used on the front and a sticker, and then this gorgeous like textured goodness is from Megan in the Moon. This was a print that she sent me in some Happy Mails, so I love her work and it feels just very relatable. So I stuck that on the front and sewed around the edges to make sure that it stays nice and flat. And then the book itself is made out of some painted recycled Amazon packaging, the actually recycled version of the Amazon mailers. And then all the rest of the pages are painted junk mail. I get a lot of these mailers and I just had a pile of them hanging around, so I thought that rather than spending my time going through and dumping things in the recycle bin, that I would just utilize what I had laying around. And I painted them all with, you know, blood reminiscent colors. Our feminine blood looks different colors, you know, through the month, and I thought that I would use some energetic, like color magic, if you will. Some of the pages I began stenciling with some distress ink and stamps on some tissue paper to kind of add to the background. And I'm not too fussed about if every page has that just yet, but the only thing I've done in it so far is made this little pocket, which needs some reinforcing, and I put some more stuff from Megan's Happy Mail package in there. And I love this one, especially for this time. For me personally, I tend to get really in my head about productivity around this time, and so this is a really good reminder. And this one too, and I loved that this also has kind of like this red theme, and this is something I'm actively working on in my personal life as well. So that's all I have in here. Some cool collage as well. On the front page here, I think I'm going to end up incorporating some sort of quote here, maybe some moon imagery, but we'll see. Today I think I'm just going to turn the page and work on a spread though. So off to the side here, I've got just some stuff that I pulled out of my stash that felt like maybe it would fit. I liked this image because it kind of, to me, represents a lot of standards that are put on women, and how we have kind of gone away from honoring this time as a time for rest. I also have some little ephemera pieces. This one I thought was really interesting because I feel like I need special handling during this time. And some other red ephemera bits, some flowers. This kind of felt like this is a time for reflection, so this little mirror, maybe. Some more little vintagey pieces, vellum. Like, I have a lot of stuff that I probably won't use all in one sitting, but I just kind of went through my stash and pulled out some things that might work. I loved these vintage women. My thought behind these, which are kind of like specific in their nature of the pose, and kind of bizarre even, as I thought I could incorporate some humor into this book too. Like maybe these two women are chatting about something period related. This big dramatic cowl hood thing kind of felt like, you know, when you just want to hide away and you don't feel like you can function or do anything. Anyways, I thought that some of these were humorous. This violin maybe just having to continue to function even though you just want to be held and cuddled and sit under a blanket. Like I don't know if you see where I'm going with these, but that was the thought process behind pulling out some of these. And this one I really am excited for too. She feels very divine, feminine. The colors are right. Yeah, I think she definitely belongs in this journal, just like she does. So for the rest of the video, I'm going to be collaging using the ephemera that I talked about earlier. And the way that I tend to work, especially when I'm low energy, is I kind of slowly, despite how sped up this footage looks, I am working pretty slow here. I slowly kind of audition things until I like the composition and kind of go from there, and things tend to progress really organically when I work this way. And here I'm sticking down some of my favorite rose washi that's super wide, and in this size I'm finding it's a really cool background, so I will likely use it again in this journal because it worked so well. And the pieces that I ended up selecting as kind of the main focal point images here is the little special handling ephemera piece, and then the collage image of the woman kind of lounging and relaxing there. And I ended up putting that figure behind this giant moon because the different phases of the woman's menstrual cycle is actually related also to the different phases of the moon, which is really cool. So I liked that connection there. And I don't have a ton of footage here, so while I still have some time, I just wanted to encourage you that it is perfectly okay to work slowly. In fact, the footage that you're watching was done in 2 different sessions, and I kind of did it in short little bursts because the way that I wanted to work in this journal was, you know, during my moon time when I'm actually bleeding, and I wanted to challenge myself to see how my creativity would change and flow during this time. And so I really gave myself permission to work in a way that honored my energy now. So it's okay to me that it took kind of a while to evolve into what it did. And I guess the last few thoughts in terms of what I'm doing and why. I'm really excited that I have this red vellum that I'm stamping on right now because I have never seen red vellum before, and I got a pretty good sized piece from Megan in the Moon in some Happy Mail, and so again I will probably likely use that again just like this dragon's blood ink that I'm using right now. I didn't realize this, but when it dries it has a gold shimmer to it, and I don't have any shimmery inks, so I was pretty happy when I discovered that it's so much prettier when it's dry. And here I am writing just kind of faintly in the background here, kind of about what I'm experiencing right now energetically and how I'm choosing to honor this time in my body. And last few finishing touches here, I'm adding some texture paste, which I end up painting over. That's a trick for you if you don't want to mix on a palette like me. I'm so lazy, so that's a lazy girl hack for you. So then after this, I'm gonna end up reaching for my white gel pen and outline the stamping on the little vellum strips over there. And I do this a lot in my journaling actually, to make the lettering stand out from the background a little bit better. And I don't mind that it makes the stamping look a little bit more handwritten, but I'm really happy with the result. And I didn't expect the end of this video to come up so fast after speeding up my footage. So thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!